So it looks like that the destruction of civilization has begun because behind the current Democratic Party is nothing but a left wing radical Marxist. It's all based on Russian disinformation. In fact, Obama was brought up, went to these Russian camps, and Russia is an expert. They say never underestimate your enemy. There is no society that is more sophisticated in the art of disinformation. One of the greatest, um, you know what? I don't want to focus on the negative. The bottom line is this: from a rational, um, historical perspective, um, we are basically what happened in Venezuela. First, they elected a socialist government. It's better for the people. And then those governments, what they do is they take full power. The only difference between Venezuela and America is that the founding fathers in America put precautions. And so now that we have a majority of Supreme Court justices, it's possible that America can remain sane. However, the Democrats have become tyrants. They don't believe in law anymore. They believe whatever, it's exactly like communism. Whatever we say is holy. Everybody else who disagrees with us is evil. So there's no means that doesn't justify the ends. And whenever you have that, if you haven't read Animal Farm, you have to read it. The leaders become murderers of the people, like it is in Iran, many Arab countries, in fact, many countries, because they say we are right and everything that we have to do to get our way is justified. And so the only real hope for reality is a spiritual transformation whereby we will realize that the real power is in God and we won't have any hope in humanity. I certainly have pretty much lost my hope that people can come to their senses. And that's because there's a fundamental flaw in human nature, which is that when things are good, we like to ignore problems. When things are problematic, we will deal with them. But the problem is that by the time the thing becomes a problem, God forbid, by the time the communists actually took over, it was too late because by then all the power is in the hands of evil, and they literally, one leader, Stalin, killed 26 million people, and that's just in Russia, never mind what they did around the world. So you're talking about people with such blood on their hands, such evil, but once they have the power, I remember being in a lecture of my uncle Rabbi Yossi Goldman. So the way Soviets work is every leader says that the leader before him was terrible and he's the best. It's basically a narcissistic megalomania. And so when Khrushchev took over from Stalin, he started, condemning Stalin. So somebody in the audience said, okay, so if Stalin was so bad, why didn't you say anything? So he says, who said that? The guy was silent. He says, that's why. In other words, the power is so strong, and you say, oh, well, why don't people, in Iran, why don't people go against it? Well, first of all, some people do. They end up dead. So the answer is that when people don't think that they have a chance, they don't raise a fight. So the only hope that you and I have to bringing the Mashiach, quite simply, I think, is that all the Jewish people have to go to Israel. I think the Mashiach will definitely come if we all go there. And if not, let's live spiritual lives because that's the only thing that can change reality.